Right, let's try this again here. Let's see if it goes to. There we go. Now it went to YouTube. Previously on the Ramsey Show After Show, it was going to Twitch, but not to the YouTubes. Weird. Alrighty. Just put my links in the chat, and then we'll get going here. Free financing consultation / assessment. Calendly.com/coach Steve Money, link in the top of the chat and in the video description. Email about anything. Coach Steve Money @gmail.com. And finally, donations. That would be paypal.me/coach. Come on, money. Alrighty. We're all good to go. Today is show number 219. Right, and I just refreshed, and we have 392 subscribers. That's about 5 or 6 more than yesterday. So, cool. Excellent, sheep. She's keeping audio off because she doesn't feel well. So does that mean that my singing would make you feel? Whoops! Come on. Okay. All right. She can't hear because she has the sound off. So, anyway, let's get going. Ready to sing? Everybody but Sid. Let's get. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, pay off all your debt. It's a mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby, step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. Messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. If you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large. Now you get to give large. His name's Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I come, that's why I don't, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Beep, beep, live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it. All things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach. You can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, at CoachSteveMoney at gmail.com. Especially if you'd like to sing the Baby Step song. You can record yourself singing it, or you can do it live. We can work that out.
Yeah. Hey, y'all got Instagram? Yeah. Add me on the group.
If you got Instagram, add me on the ground, guys. It's Coach Steve Money, no spaces on the Instagrams. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Once again, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com, right up there. You can ask me about anything, and there's got to be people that can sing the Baby Step song better than me. Gotta be. I'm not afraid to admit that. Let's check in the chat. There is a scam likely. Most noise would make her feel worse. Even Baker Street. It's bad when Baker Street doesn't make you feel good. That That just makes you feel happy. When you don't feel good, most things agitate you more. Ob says, and she's right. She's speaking from experience, and she's right. Obs and Judy Pine say IO. Thank you for the IOs, ladies. All right. Ooh. Market report. All right, and of course the NASDAQ, the most down, which ensures another losing day for me on the fantasy mutual funds, also in the realistic mutual funds as well. But that's all right. It's on sale. It's on sale. Oh, let's see. What else we got? Russell Small Cap Index, 2.46 down. S&P 500, 2.12 down, and 1.78% down for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is the total market index. Oh, let's see what we got. Ukraine tensions. Didn't they just say yesterday that tensions were easing? Didn't they? What happened? Did somebody not have coffee today? I don't know. Oh, let's see what else. Any other reason? The wave of selling came as President Joe Biden warned that Russia, which is believed to have built up some 150,000 military forces near Ukraine's borders, could invade within days. Okay, well, I don't know who told the president that he should talk, but apparently that was not a good idea. Oh, let's see. Anything else? Inflation has spiked to a 40-year high, and companies have been dealing with supply chain problems and higher costs by raising prices on finished goods for consumers. Of course, many have also warned investors that profit, sales, and overall operations will still be hurt by inflation. Sure. Alrighty, so let's see. Got earnings coming up next week. Maybe these guys, if they make some money, they can say, hey, look, we made money. Everything will be fine now. Got the Home Depot and Costco on the 22nd, Moderna and Square on the February 24, and March 1st is C, I don't know what that is, and Salesforce. C Limited. What do they do? What do they make? Anybody ever heard of them? C Limited. Leading global consumer internet company founded in Singapore. What do they do? Yeah, let's find out what they do. Oh, just internet. Okay. Alrighty. Garena, Shopee, and C Money. Never heard of it. Alright, but they're reporting anyway, regardless of whether I've heard of it. Alright, most followed on Google, and of course these are all going to be down. The most down, Tesla, 5.09%. The next worst, I guess, is the artist formerly known as Facebook Meta Platforms. That's 4.08% down. Yeah, all right, and that's just depressing, but it happens. Yeah, all right, let's check on the rest of the planet, shall we? That's right, Obbs. It was the segment where Steve Googled stuff. You're right. America's favorite news segment. Google's. Yeah, there's no apostrophe. The apostrophe would be needing if something belonged to Google. Or if you were saying Google is something. But verb Google's is nothing. That's all right. I hear you. It's okay, Obbs. She messed up that sentence. That's okay. That's all right. It has been. That's right. Apostrophe S is possessive. Right. You got it. Well, no, wait. Okay. Except there are. Let me tell you the exception there would be in if you were saying the dog wagged its tail. It wouldn't be, you wouldn't have the apostrophe because that would make it a contraction. That would make it is, and so that's how you know. So if you have it on a word like it's, the apostrophe there would mean it's a contraction, meaning it is. Can't believe Sid is missing all this contraction talk. Right. It's like that. That's possessive without the apostrophe. Cool. That's America's second favorite segment is the Steve doesn't talk about money stuff at all. Instead, teaches third grade. Alrighty. So in Europe, we are all down. In Asia, that's some green there. It's good to see green, even if it is in Asia. Let's see. The dollar up on the euro, the yen up on the dollar, the British pound up on the US dollar. Did you see that just changed there? The Canadian dollar was up on the US dollar, but then it changed. Sorry. Now the US dollar is up on the Canadian dollar. And the Australian dollar, mate, is down to the US dollar. No shrimps on the barbie tonight. Check our pals in crypto, all down pretty big. So yeah, like we talked about, yes, there were some people in the Ramsey show chat. Somebody said buy Cardano, and another one said buy Shiba Inu. So again, we read that little thing yesterday on how to pick what crypto to buy. It was really a bunch of nothing. So they don't have a long track record at all, so you can't really go by that. One person I know bought Cardano because they liked the guy that came up with it. So I mean, I guess that'd be just like buying a Tesla, just because you like Elon Musk, so you buy a Tesla just because of that. Not anything having to do with how the car runs. So yeah. All right. Obbs loves the accents. That's great. I'm glad somebody does other than me. That's excellent. Alrighty. Speaking of our pal Elon Musk hits back at Joe Biden's Buy American promise, saying Tesla's Model 3 is the most U.S.-made car in the country. Alright. Let's see what that's all about. Elon Musk reminded Joe Biden that Tesla's Model 3 was the most manufactured in the U.S. car in the country. Tweeted a link to an article about a study naming the Model 3 as the most American-made car. Musk has criticized the president in the past for leaving Tesla out of the EV conversation, and the reason that he leaves the Tesla out of the EV conversation is that Tesla is not a union shop. So, that's, I mean, at least they are consistent. I will give them that. But the Democrats love themselves some unions. So, let's see. Do we need anything else on here? We're making Buy American a reality, not just a promise. Biden tweeted. Yeah. Musk wrote in the tweet caption, ahem. Go. The Tesla CEO has called the president a damp sock puppet in human form. Wow. That's getting personal, isn't it? After Biden posted a video on Twitter saying GM and Ford were making more electric vehicles in the U.S. than ever before without mentioning Tesla. Of course not. All right. Okay, let's see. This from the Wall Street Journal. Charlie Munger, who is Warren Buffett's business partner, expects index funds to change the world and not in a good way. Let's find out what he's talking about, Willis. Let's see what's going on here in the most popular news. Oh yeah, Texas sues the United States over the airport mask mandate. Texas, don't mess with Texas. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. All right, that's nothing. I can't read it. All right, let's see if said the rise of index funds like those run by BlackRock Inc. has resulted in an enormous transfer of the power to sway corporate decision making. That shift will change the world, he said, and not for the better. All right. Yeah, I don't know exactly why. And who knows if the article actually says why. That's right. Huh. Well, Obbs, the president is using what they call the bully pulpit, meaning he's the president, so he has the ear of the world. And he's not including Elon Musk and Tesla in his reindeer games, just because they are not a union shop. So that's the way that goes. Dow suffers worst day of the year, and stock futures are flat. That's the after hours trading, is what futures are. This from CNBC. This from field reporter Sydney, who won't get to hear this. Maybe she'll listen later. Let's see. Maybe she listens to it / watches it 5 times in a row. And I encourage everybody to do that. That would be awesome. Walmart Chief Financial Officer Brett Biggs, that sounds made up, said the retailer's own research shows consumers are paying attention to prices, even if they aren't trading down to cheaper brands or buying smaller packages. All right. Well, I don't think the inflation right now or anything having to do with right now. I think consumers pay attention to prices no matter what, I would think. The big box retailer said it has the same number of rollbacks or temporary price reductions as it did at the end of the first quarter in 2021. During periods of inflation like this, middle-income families, lower middle-income families, even wealthier families become more price sensitive. CEO Doug McMillan said on an earnings call, and that's to our advantage. How the earnings go for that? I did not hear about the Walmart earnings. Walmart's fiscal fourth quarter earnings topped Wall Street's expectations, and the company reiterated its forecast for the year. Cool. Q. All right. Also from CNBC. Also from Bayou Field reporter Sydney. Education Department forgives $415 million in student debt for borrowers who attended for-profit schools. Nearly 16,000 student loan borrowers who attended for-profit schools will get their debts cleared. U.S. Department of Education announced their relief totals around $415 million. Okay, so why? Let's find out why, shall we? U.S. Department of Education announced it canceled student loans of nearly 16K borrowers who attended certain for-profit schools, not just any, certain for-profit schools, including DeVry University. The relief comes out to $415 million in total, and so like DeVry went out of business, I believe. The department found that between 2008 and 2015, DeVry misled students by claiming that 90% of its graduates who actively seek employment obtain jobs. Okay, so they lied. So I don't know if they actually went out of business, but I guess so. They still have a spokesperson, so I guess they're still there. But yeah, so they lied and stuff. So yeah, when it's some kind of misdeed by the college or educational institution. Well, it is a DeVry University. So, but when there's some misdeeds by them, they have been forgiving some of those. Let's see if that's the only. Extends moratorium on student loans till May 1st. I guess that's the interest. And payments, probably. But pay them off anyway. DeVry. Okay, there's nothing else. Just DeVry is in here. So far under the Biden administration, more than 100,000 students allegedly defrauded by their schools have received loan forgiveness totaling around $2 billion. And that's smart to put allegedly on there. That's covering your butt there, CNBC. Let's see. Anything exciting and trending? It's a slow day today. Slow news day. Had a lot of those lately. So we get to turn the last half hour of the after show into Ramsey coach support. So we go to the reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. And we sort by new. Let's see. Open discussion about our finances and what to do with $60,000. This is a what would Dave do flare right there. And this from desperate _ quantity _ 6. Desperate quantity 6. Okay. Hi, we are not Ramsey people, but we're posting on the Dave Ramsey subreddit anyway. I never get that, but all right. In fact, I just stumbled on this sub while looking for what to do with the windfall. I've read a little on the principles of Dave Ramsey, and we seem to have followed along fairly well without actually going full Dave. Well, you know enough about him to say full Dave, and you know, so let's see. So, but basically, the without reading it. Any money you get should be applied to whatever baby step you're on. So let's forge on, shall we? We have a mortgage and auto loan. We currently sock away, another sock reference, not sock puppet, but sock away about 70% of our income in retirement. That's, you know, I mean, I won't fight with them. It's supposed to be 15% until your mortgage is paid off. It's supposed to be none while you have an auto loan, though. Have a 401k and IRA, doesn't matter that it's at Vanguard, doesn't matter at all, which also receive automatic deposits. You can unautomatically receive those deposits, though. You can undo that. We max the 401k and IRA every year. We have 8+ months of emergency fund, which keeps growing because 300 is deposited each week automatically. You're doing that, but not paying off the auto loan. Well, I hope there's a reason given. No kids now or ever, so no saving for their college. You can skip, they are 38 and 46. You can skip baby step 5 then. Cool. Or you can skip all of them like you've chosen to do. In the past, we met with 2 financial advisors, but had a hard time trusting them. They both seemed greedy. They put a they for, since it was 2 of them, they put they twice, I guess. We should meet with more, but those are the only 2 local for us. We are pretty rural. We've asked for references, but our friends either have no use for one, poor, don't invest outside of 401k, have a union pension, or use one that only deals with big players, multi-millionaires. I know one of those. We own a home with land valued between $650,000 and $750,000. We still owe $320,000. Okay, at our current payment, we'll pay it off in just under 8 years. Okay, if we pay the schedule, the payoff date will be March 2048. Okay, so they are paying it in advance, and it seems like they got a 30-year mortgage. Have an auto loan with 38K remaining balance. We could pay off the auto loan now without the bonus. Dip into emergency fund, but it's at 0% financing, so we just never bothered. We make minimum payments on the loan because, again, 0% financing. Why? Okay. Refinance house and land and take balance down by $60,000 and maybe get a lower interest rate. You might have missed the bubble on the low interest rates, dog. Those are coming up, so it depends on what your interest rate is now. This would only make sense if the math made sense with refi cost and our current payoff time frame and getting a lower rate. Right, since you're going to pay it off in 8 years, that's less time you have, to get it, to have those closing costs, the refi costs, where the interest saved in dollars would equal those refi costs. And so the longer along that is, the less sense it makes. 2 is pay off auto loan. Yes. Take a crazy epic vacation of our dreams. You don't necessarily have to do that. $12,000 though isn't that crazy of an epic vacation. Stuff costs money. But I mean, you could do that, but then do what with the remaining 10,000? Invest the whole bonus, but how, where, with who? Sell the house and land and buy a house for cash. We could get a very nice house in town, or yeah, if you want to do that. That would have us immediately very debt free with excess. Why are you all of a sudden concerned about being debt free? Is it because there's interest on the house? So, all right, your fantastic suggestion here. Well, yeah, that's edited ad income, self-employed, gross about $50K a year. Spouses regularly employed, gross regular employed. Okay. Oh, self and regular. Got it. So they make 210. So I mean, they're fine, but yeah. Why have debt then? That's what I'm saying. I mean, the automatic 3 months extending the emergency fund, which they don't need more than 6 months. That alone could probably take most of that car payment anyway. So yeah, pay the it's 60,000, right? So you owe, how much is on the car? Where's the car? 38,000. Okay, yeah. So so they said it where they say it right here. Pay off the auto loan. You don't need to do that. So I mean, you can take a vacation if you want to. Pay off auto loan, and that's 12, and so that's 22,000 left over. Quit with the $300 every month. If you want to have a 12-month emergency fund, just add it to the emergency fund. And why you do that? I mean, I guess you feel like you're saving, etc. And you're already at the over the 15% recommended, assuming that they are talking about 17% of gross income. So yeah. I mean, it depends. I mean, that's selling out the house and land and buying a house for cash. You could do that. Do you want to? You're not gonna have kids, so you don't need a bigger house necessarily. So perhaps if you wanna trade down, if you wanna downgrade, then yeah, you would be very debt free with excess. You're right. So. Yeah, that's what I recommend. And then if you're debt free and you have no house, then you can throw it all into investing. You can throw all the rest of it in there. This is from Squelcher, with a 3 in it instead of the E. See what they did there with the backwards E, which is a 3. Why does HR undercut themselves? And I got a situation. I was approached to interview with a large company in my field for a senior data analyst position. I took the interview, got an offer, but when I went to my employer, they counteroffered with a promotion to associate data scientist, but at a lesser pay range. I pushed back and they said, we only give a 15% maximum pay increase for internal promotions. Do you give more to an external promotion? Oh! I know that they are paying other data scientists around what the offer I received was. Does anyone know why they won't pay more to keep me? They don't wanna. It's so frustrating. I mean, the only thing you can do, I mean, that's their company. They can do what they want to. No need to, it's not going to help anything to bitch about it on the Reddit. Go with the other offer then. If you don't want to stay there, you either take what they're willing to give and live with it, and stay there, or you can go to the other one where you got the great offer from. People get to run their companies like they want to. You don't get to say, oh, why do they do that? Sometimes they're stupid, maybe. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't do any good for them to lie about what, if they're paying others higher. So yeah, they want to pay as little as they can, but they are paying other ones higher. So let's see, debt-free Flair here. Finally debt-free from cars, student loans, credit card debt. So maybe just still a mortgage, but 30 years old and have debt since 19 years old. Very normal. Started with credit cards, very normal. Then the student loans, very, very normal. And finally a car loan, extremely normal. The peak, I was at 46K plus in debt at age 27. Far too normal, I'm sure. I was paying out $750 a month in debt payments, making $47K a year, and living in an apartment in New Jersey with my partner. There were some months I literally had no money to waste. Yep. Last year I got a new job making $70K and have saved every penny I could since then. I paid the car off just before I got the new job and kept dumping money into saving, I guess. Today I finally hit the dollar amount to pay off the remaining student loans of $35K. It was a hell of a ride, but I now know how serious taking on debt is. I feel happy, but also feel a little down because I'm realizing now how many years debt has taken away from my life. Either way, I never imagined I would be here today. I used to think I would be stuck until at least 40 just with my student loan, but it is possible. You just have to keep trying every which way you can. Correct. The only caveat here is you don't save it all up and then pay something off. You keep sending them money. As you get money, you send them money. Now, you don't have to send them money every day like my friend Matty Bags does. He likes to send it every day so he doesn't spend it. Or somebody else doesn't spend it, maybe. But, yeah, so you don't have to do that. But, like, once a week, maybe, you send it to them. Or once a month. But you don't have to save up the entire amount. If it's something that is charging you interest, which student loans probably aren't. But if it's something that's not charging, or that is charging you interest by saving money first, and then paying it off, you are paying out all that extra interest. Alrighty, but that's great. And you said you're 30 years old, and so, okay, so you're behind, but that's better than 31. And that's better than, I didn't start investing until 51. So, there you go. You will be fine. Article. It's from News. New Q60 guy article. Americans ramp up credit card spending, return to old habits. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see this anywhere else. I wonder where this was. U.S. credit card bills jumped sharply last quarter as American turners to pre-pandy suspending habits. It was only a matter of time. People aren't going to, learn their lesson. Let's see. 21-year-old makes $75K after college. Need help with managing money. CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Calendly.com/CoachSteveMoney for a free consultation assessment. Let's see. Hey, y'all. I'm about to graduate college in a few months. Just landed a job for out of college, which pays in the range of $75 to $80K a year. A year. Maybe it's from Boston. $75 to $80K a year. I've been browsing this subreddit for a while now, and I know to get out of debt and have an emergency fund. Okay, great. I'm extremely grateful to my parents who helped me out with paying for college, so I graduated debt-free. Excellent. Also, my emergency fund is pretty much also complete with about 1 to 3K remaining, which I plan to complete in a few months. I also have a Roth IRA, which I maxed out for this year. Great. My question is, what's next? Do I just open a regular brokerage account and pile my money in index funds? I really don't have any short-term big purchases that I would like to do or anything. Car's working fine. Should last a few years. Guess my biggest long-term goal now would be saving for a down payment on a house, but I see myself buying one in maybe 5 to 8 years from now. Where should I put all my money? Should I just leave in my savings account? Or should I keep it invested in something stable like S&P 500 fund? The one issue with that is what if there's something I want to buy? Would I need to pay taxes on that after I take the money out? Just basically need a guideline. Yes, penalties and taxes if you take it out. Well, if it's in which it wouldn't be, saving for a purchase, you just open up a non-retirement investing account, and that's where you should put your exactly in an S&P 500 index fund. And the thing though, you gotta be sure that you're not gonna want that in 3 or 4 years. So there's taxes on the gains. There's no penalties if you have a non-investing account. And some people I know think that all investing accounts are retirement accounts, but they're not. You can just open up a non-retirement investing account and you can put whatever you want in there, and then when it comes out, you do have to pay taxes on the gains on that. And yeah, so if you have 5 years, if you're sure you're not going to buy before 5 years, then you can certainly do that. Less than 5 years, Dave does not recommend that. And it's up to you. You can do what Dave recommends about retirement investing, which is 15% of gross income. But you could put everything for 3 years. You could delay that for 3 years and get a higher, put more money into the down payment fund and get a higher one. That's up to you. Or you can do both at the same time. You can do, less than 15% even. You can do like a 5 or 10 or whatever, during the 3 years. But then after 3 years, Dave wants your 15%, at least at minimum 15% in there. And then when you get that taken care of, then you, once you get that, when you take the down payment out, buy the house, then you definitely go to 15, and then you keep that at 15 while you pay off the house. And then after you pay off the house, then you can go over 15%. All right. And yeah, I can't, they did allow me to put my Baby Step song and John Deloney song on here, but they don't allow you to do any kind of promotion. So I can go on here and say, I'm a Ramsey coach. Get with me, yo. They don't like that. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know people were typing stuff. Sid says that's why millennials job hop. Because they're like, oh, these people aren't doing like exactly what I want them to do. I'm sure you're not doing exactly what they want you to do either. So, same. Let's see. Robert Perry says, also known as Bobby P. Or Robbie P. Says, company loyalty is a joke. No pension for my loyalty. Don't expect it. Let's see. Robert Perry again says, in employment situation, always look out for the most important person in the equation, yourself, right? Remember, coworkers are not your friends. That's right. Says you / Coach Steve Money. That's right. That's the dealio here. Here it says Coach Steve Money is my username on the Reddit, and so that's how you would get. See how right there? That's you, Ray Fusion 7. I would be Ray. I would be you / Coach Steve Money. Sid must be listening. She must have turned up the volume a little bit. Maybe she just turned it on after I was done singing. Little does she know I'm never done singing. I couldn't think of a good tune for that. All right, so not quite sure how to keep moving forward. This from 4,000-year-old elf spirit. What would Dave do, Flair? So I recently read the Total Money Makeover. Am in love with all that is promised at the end, but I am not sure what the next step forward is. Well, you do what it says to, and then you get to the end. And if you do everything that it says to do in the book, all the baby steps in order, and no ishing, then what's promised at the end will be there. but I'm not sure what, let's see. Okay, so for context, I got the, on the TMM train after the government screwed up some educational financial aid for our family and we had to pay a whole semester out of our pocket at once, wiped out most of our savings. That's not fun. So here's the situation I find myself in. Okay, and so, and, oh, what was I just thinking? I need to have a piece of paper right here so I can write it down while I'm talking. That way I can refer back to it and immediately get back to it. What was I? Boom, 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 boom. Not sure where the next step forward is. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't remember what I was thinking. This person is thinking maybe my individual situation changes the advice. And the only way that advice is changed is if you need to pause the baby steps. Baby steps, when you get back to them, baby steps still going to be in the same order no matter who you are. But there's, in times of turmoil, you pause the baby steps and just pile up cash. But let's see what's going on here. For content, oh no. Here's the situation I find myself in. Between my wife and I, we have, yeah. Between my wife and I, not wife and me, we have $27K in student loan debt that starts coming due in May. That's right, as we just read. I have about $3K right now in savings. Okay. I take home about $6,500 a month after taxes, 401K, healthcare. Okay. You might have skimmed the total money makeover, is what I'm thinking. Because that 3K should be down to 1K. And you put that towards, I don't know what other debts you have. Other than the student loan. If it's just the student loan, then you throw that 2K right there. And then you only have 25K to play off. And you stop your 401K. While you are paying off debt. Baby step 2 is what that's called. Also owe a little bit of north, $300,000 on a house with a monthly of $1,800. That's fine, no problem there. Here's where things get tricky. We're expecting a baby. And that's one of the reasons that you would pause the debt snowball. You would pause the baby steps. So you just pile up cash until both mommy and baby are home safe. Which we can use our FSA for a lot but I expect to end up paying them at rate. So you just say pile up cash, dog. Additionally, my wife has one more semester of school left at another 3K for the semester. Should I just take out student loans for the semester? You said you read the book, right? So I originally read the Total Money Makeover. Okay. Some people need to read it twice. Should I just take out student loans for that semester as well? Or should I try to pay out of pocket? I'm highlighting the right answer for you right there. It's pay out of pocket. Further, the other big expense is that the homeowner association requires that we have a lawn in soon, which is going to be another 3 to 6K looking at my estimates. I really want to do what Dave said, but not enough to read it. But I don't know if right now I should prioritize getting rid of the existing debt or start saving for the upcoming big expenses. I also don't know where else to start or what else to do. Any advice would be appreciated. All right. So I cannot remember. I'll give you a break on that because I can't remember. Maybe Sid or somebody else can tell me if that is if it's in the Total Money Makeover where it says if there's problems, pause the debt snowball or pause the baby steps. If there is. I can't recall if that is specifically in Total Money Makeover, but I'm sure don't take out any more debt for any reason is on there. I'm sure that's in there. So, and I mean, a bunch of us know it. And so it's just, we don't understand how people can miss it and not understand. But maybe, I mean, I did, after I first read it, I understood all that. I didn't have any problems. So I mean, maybe it's just some people uh, don't get it from reading it or something, or if everybody's been conditioned to think that, well, doesn't matter what it says here. I mean, I can still take his advice, but I'm still me, and I have a special situation, and like that. So I don't know. So I'm trying to understand how that works. I mean, I guess if you just read it through fast, I mean, it's so easy to read though. It's it's small words, and so you should really understand it when you read it. So probably read it again is what would suggest. And there's 8 comments. Probably somebody told them to pause that snowball while expecting a baby. And then, when is she going back to school then? Is that this semester now, or after, like in fall, that she'll be going to it? So you will have the money because you're piling up money by just paying minimums on the student loan debt, I guess. Definitely stop the 401k though while you are in baby step 2. So yeah, just read it again. That's what I would recommend. There's a great place you can go if you have questions. The Ramsey Show chat on YouTube. That is posted every day about 9 a.m. or so, maybe 9:30 sometimes. But then, and the show doesn't start until 4 p.m. It's delayed video. But a bunch of us are in there all day, and we'd be more than happy to answer questions like these and tell you that you must have missed it in the Total Money Maker because it was right there. Alrighty. Robert Perry said it's an easy read. I skipped the testimonials. Me too. I just like skim the first couple, and then I was like, okay, they're saying it was great. It worked for them. Okay, I get it. And then, in reading it, I thought, okay, yeah, this all makes sense. So if you do this like he says, I'm sure it works. Yeah, cool. Robbie P had a printout of the baby steps and would check them off as he completed them. Cool. Let's see. Sid says pretty sure she read it in one day. Me as well. 2 years ago, almost 3, and I can still quote it. There you go. I can't quote it. Let's see. Robert Perry said only pause I remember is storm cloud for unexpected baby. Right. So that was in there, and so maybe they just skimmed it. Yep. Robert Perry said next step forward is baby step 3, but they actually have $3,000 in savings, so they got that covered. Just need to take 2 out and put it on that student loan if they weren't expecting. Since they're expecting, they leave it right there. Alrighty, this from Illustrious Ebb 4953. What time is it? Oh, my goodness. Almost quitting 9. We'll go ahead and do this one since I started. My beater car. I know there's a lot of talk about getting a beater. My current beater is a 2002 Chevy Venture minivan. I have $1,354 in cash. You mean you paid for $1,350 in cash for it? Drive it everywhere. Minivans are cheap, mostly still are. Not some places. And are roomy, reliable, and get relatively decent gas money. I fill mine up every 2 weeks, and it costs me approximately $60. What kind of beater cars do you folks have? Okay, so they just want to know about they're just telling you about their. So I'm assuming $1,350 for cash, but of course that could have been bought in years ago. And would not have been affected by the recent upsurge in new and used car prices. Robbie P's turn to fix dinner later. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it so much. All right, let's see. What are we doing? What's tonight? Thursday. Oh, I need to finish the companion show of Curse of Oak Island and prepare the no cap. I'm probably gonna do that. But around maybe 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, I might do some more Uncharted in a bonus Old Man Video Gaming. The regular ones are Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Bella and I could possibly play a video game together this week, a co-op game. This show, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. And Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, alternating tech support and Ramsey Coach support. Ramsey Coach support is what I just did. I went to the Dave Ramsey subreddit and answered questions and commented. And I do that same thing on the tech support subreddit for the tech support ones. And I haven't decided yet. I might stop doing the Ramsey Coach support full show and just include at least a few of them every after show. Might do that instead. Have not decided. Wednesdays, no set time. The Curse of Oak Island no cap recap. And I just uploaded that yesterday morning. And that's probably where the 6 or 7 subscribers came from. Let's see if we got another one in this past hour. We did not, but that's all right. Like I said, I got, since yesterday, I got, I think, 6 or so. So that's cool. Got to get that up to 1,000. So I'll be working on the Ultimate Timeline episode of drilling down the Curse of Oak Island companion show. That no cap recap will be up sometime tonight. Should be fairly quickly. I think I'm about half done with it, and I'll be probably playing some more Uncharted after that. All right, and as far as my plugs, like I said to the one gentleman on the Reddit that needed a financial coach, you can schedule a free consultation with me at calendly.com/CoachSteveMoney. Link is at the top of the chat and in the video description, and PayPal if you want to donate. That's paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Every little bit helps. Appreciate it so much. Instagram, add me on the ground.
Yeah, now grade 5, man. Y'all know what's going on. Go get your trip up. You know what I'm saying? All man's in that pit. Yeah.
His short said, now, is that Nauf or no? Noutside. Noutside. And I think that's from Atlanta is what we figured out.
Yeah, son. Yeah. Hey, y'all got Instagram? Yeah. Add me on the ground.
You can add me on the ground at on the ground. GRA ... Add me on the ground. It's more like a U. Gruh. Anyway, add me on the gram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. What else we got? Oh, yeah. Email me, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. If you have any kind of question about said financial coaching or making the appointment or anything else on my YouTube channel, such as Oak Island, video gaming, computer stuff, whatever you got on your mind. Be more than happy to talk to you. And especially email me if you want to sing the Baby Steps song. I would love to play that if you send me a recording of you singing it. Or we can work it out so you can do it live. Wouldn't that be fun? You can email me and I will email you the link for the exact music that I use. So that way it'll be fair. All right. And you don't have to be that great a singer to at least match me. So hopefully we'll be getting some of those happening at some point. That would be so fun for me. Alrighty. Feel better, Sid. And let's see. Let's put that in case she's not listening again. Feel better, Sid, and make smart financial decisions every day.